League softball pitch.
Yeah.
Where was I? Trump told aides he was very unhappy with some of his most influential supporters, including Charlie Kirk, Tucker Carlson, and Megyn Kelly, all of whom were publicly urging the administration to come clean. Kirk had held a TPUSA event the previous day that turned into an Epstein grievance fest, with one speaker after another bashing Bondi over her handling of the situation. Trump had called Kirk and scolded him. Nobody in Trump's orbit had a better feel for the younger part of the MAGA base than Kirk. This is 2 days less than 2 months before Kirk was killed. Kirk, who saw that the Epstein cover-up, as it was now viewed, was capturing attention to an alarming extent. Donald Trump Jr. and J.D. Vance, both of whom spent considerable time on X and were tapped into the same younger and hyper-online portion of the base, were also worried. They urged the White House to change course and force the Justice Department to release more of the files. Vance made clear to colleagues that he feared losing some of the so-called low-propensity voters, the young men who were not traditional Republicans, but who had voted for the Trump-Vance ticket in 2024. This was an audience tuned into the quote-unquote manosphere, podcasters like Joe Rogan, and it was worrisome that the podcast hosts themselves were now rebelling. Call me a rebel, bitch. I always was and I always will be. This is ridiculous, and it's also not fair to a lot of these podcasters. I've talked about it before, how I think it's unfair that guys who had